right, brothers and sisters, this U.S. regime, this U.S. empire, which is leading massacres against our people in North Gaza, in all of Gaza, Lebanon, and the broader region, is touching and doing the same thing all over the place. We've clarified that as a movement over the last year, through different youth organizations, through constant mobilizing and through deepening our mobilizations and our organizational capacities and abilities and presences. I'm going to call out now a leading youth organization. I will call Manahatta, the executive director for Mass Brooklyn, to speak. And then after which time we will go into the Maghrib prayer. We will be lining up this way. If people can just be ready for those praying to give space going this way. And then we will do one more speech and we'll resume.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I send peace and blessings to each and every one of you here. As we are all looking at the same news feeds, we're watching the same media, we probably all have similar Instagram stories and Twitter feeds on our phones. So I know just as much as you do how much it hurts to watch, how much it makes us feel that level of pain. And you tend to feel it all at once. And it's overwhelming. The sorrow, the rage, the disgust, the confusion. But as a Muslim, there's actually a glimmer of serenity and acceptance in it all. And dare I say, as a Muslim, even a little bit of jealousy. Now I know that might sound crazy, but ask first, where does that glimmer come from? Our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, our final messenger, taught us that the shaheed, the martyrs, they are forgiven of all of their sins at the first drop of their unjustly spilled blood. He taught us that despite what we see, the pain of death for them, and them only, is like a stinging of a bee. That the oppressors, wallahi, the oppressors will feel so much more pain at their time of death. Not because it will be particularly gruesome like they subject these innocents to, but because if it is in an ivory tower being pumped with morphine, Allah will subject them to the justice as the angels remove the souls from their bodies in the most painful and in the most punishing of ways. In contrast, for the martyrs, the Prophet taught us that the martyrs leave this wretched world while their hearts still beat, and before their souls exit, they see their houses in paradise, beckoning and welcoming out to them. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam taught us that the martyrs are exempt from the trials in their graves, and there will be no purging of their sins, and they will skip the terror of the day of judgment that all humanity will suffer and answer for. Now none of this makes what's happening right. None of it makes it okay or acceptable. This isn't pacification for any of us to be silent, but it grants me just a bit of solace, as it should for you, that Allah didn't make them burn the way, and He did, as we watched in our feeds. He didn't leave them helpless, afraid, or in pain. Never think that those who are martyred in the cause of Allah are dead. In fact, they are alive with their Lord, well provided for. In fact, as they enter Allah's presence, they look back at us with pity. They look back at this world with pity, rejoicing in God's bounties and being delighted for them and being delighted for those yet to join them. So, I know this is difficult to hear, and this is difficult even for me to say, but try not to focus your grieving for the hundreds of thousands that die unjustly, who are reaching God's grace. Worry about the living, who continue to be subject to such utter cruelty, whose salvation also falls on our shoulders. Worry and grieve for the heedless masses who go about their lives, shopping and eating, to stop this genocide. Direct your righteous rage towards the soulless observers and propagators who jeer and placate behind podiums and suits dripping in blood. And don't you dare let the martyrs' death be in vain. So as a Muslim, I am taught, our Ummah, we are taught that no matter what happens, as long as there is single blood of injustice dropped anywhere in this world, whether it is in Palestine, whether it is in Lebanon, whether it is right here in the streets of New York, we will keep going. And the question to you all, will you be there? Will each and every one of you be there, fighting for the cause of justice? I represent an organization called Mass Brooklyn, which oversees two centers, Mass Youth Center and Mass Youth Center Bay. And as an executive director of those organizations and those centers, we have always made a promise to ensure that our buildings, our organization, that our institution will never cower in the face of any threats, and we will always and forevermore stand on the right side of history.